Hello student, I am SR Sirsat. Last time already considered the Boltzmann distribution law and population inversion. What is mean by the Boltzmann's distribution law? As long as the material is in equilibrium, excited state atoms can never exceed the ground state atom. This is Boltzmann distribution law. And what is population inversion? Population inversion is nothing but the number of atoms in excited state is more as compared to the number of atoms in ground state. Last time only considered this topic. Today we are going to discuss first point metastable state and the second one methods of achieving population inversion. The first point, what is meant by the metastable state? Here is the point, what is meant by the metastable state. When we consider the laser medium, within that laser medium, two energy levels are there, E1 and E2. E1 represent ground state and E2 represent the excited state. Population of the atom in ground state, if it is denoted by N1, and population of the atom in this state, it is denoted by N2. Under normal condition, what will happen? Number of atoms in ground state is more as compared to the number of atoms in excited state. Means normal condition, that is N1 is greater than N2. And for population inversion point of view, N2 is greater than N1. N2 is greater than N1. How it is achieved? When suppose energy is supplied in the form of the heat, in the form of the light, with the help of the electric energy, what will happen? Ground state atoms jumps into the excited state. Again, these atoms jumps to the excited state, these atoms jumps to the excited state. These are actually the number of atoms in ground state. If suppose 4 atoms jumps from, that is ground state to the excited state, ground state to the excited state. But lifetime of the atoms in excited state is very short. That time is 10 raised to minus 8 seconds. After that, the atom come back to the ground state. It means that accumulation of the atom in excited state as compared to the ground state is greater, it is impossible. It means that if the lifetime is very small, 10 raised to minus 8 seconds, within this time, it is impossible the number of atoms in excited state is more as compared to this. Because 4 atoms are jammed, out of that, 1 atom is come back. Again, when the next atom is jumped, again 1 more atom is come back. Means here is the accumulation. Number of atoms cannot be accumulate more in excited state. And that's why it is impossible to achieve the population inversion condition. But in order to achieve the population inversion condition, the excited state must be in such a manner that its lifetime must be longer. Lifetime must be longer. Means longer lifetime, and it is nearly 10 raised to minus 6 second to 10 raised to minus 3 second. And if such lifetime is there, then within this lifetime, number of atoms are accumulated here is more as compared to this. And at that time we can say that the N2 is greater than N1 is achieved. It means that for achieving the population inversion condition, excited state must be in such a manner that its lifetime must be longer, and that lifetime is near about 10 raised to minus 6 to 10 raised to minus 3 second. It means that this lifetime is 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 6 times more as compared to this. And if such excited state is exist, at that time population inversion is possible, and such excited state we call it as a metastable state. What is meant by the metastable state? First point, metastable state is nothing but the excited state. And second point, its lifetime is longer. Its lifetime is longer. When energy level satisfy these two conditions, at that time that energy level we call it as a metastable state. This is all about the metastable state, that is sufficient. If suppose the question asks what is meant by the metastable state, metastable state is nothing but the excited state whose lifetime is longer. The next point, methods of achieving the population inversion. Again, when we consider a laser medium, in case of laser medium for normal condition, N1 is greater than N2, means number of atoms in ground state is large as compared to the number of atoms in excited state. But when we consider the population inversion condition, at that time what will happen? Number of atoms in excited state is large as compared to the number of atoms in ground state. Means this is the population inversion. Again, the next point, how will you achieve the population inversion? Means for achieving the population inversion, it is necessary to supply the energy. Here is N1, here is N2, here is a number of atoms, and here is few number of atoms. Supply the energy. Energy is supplied with the help of the light, heat, electric energy, thermal. When we supply this energy, what will happen? The number of atoms in ground state jumps to the excited state. And at a certain condition, the number of atoms in excited state is more as compared to the number of atoms in ground state. And here is, you remember that the process of supplying the energy to the laser medium, that we call it as a pumping. What is pumping? Pumping is nothing but the process that can be used to supply the energy to the laser medium. But which type of source is used for supplying the energy? And that we call it as a pump source. Pump source means the source used to supply the energy. Source, which type of pump source is depending upon the laser medium. Different type of laser medium. Laser medium that may be solid, that may be liquid, that may be gas, or that may be semiconductor. Depending upon the laser medium, different type of actually the pump sources are used, and out of that the first pump source is optical pumping. In case of optical pumping, here is, you remember that light is used as a pump source. And when we consider the laser medium, within that laser medium, two energy levels are there, E1 and E2. and here is a number of atoms are present into the ground state, and here is a few atoms are present in excited state. When the light is incident on it, means photons are incident, and the incident photon energy must be equal to difference of these two energy levels. Means the photon energy h mu, that must be equal to E2 minus E1. Such photon is absorbed by this electron, or that is actually that atom, and that atom jumps to the excited state. Means when the sufficient amount of energy is absorbed by the ground state electron or ground state atom, at that time that atom or electron jumps to the excited state. Means by using this technique, when we achieve the population inversion, at that time we can say that that is optical pumping. We call it as optical pumping. Means here is light is used, and light that may be xenon flush lamp can be used as a pump source. And you remember that this is the external source, xenon, that is actually the flash lamp, xenon flash lamp is used, and due to this what will happen, if the energy of that actually the photons, if it is equal to difference of this, at that time it jumps into the excited state. And pump source is actually the light, and when we use such technique, we call it as optical pumping. Optical pumping is used generally in solid state laser. It is used in solid state laser such as Ruby laser. You remember, for achieving the population inversion, depending upon the laser medium, here is the different pump sources are used. Out of that, the first method is optical pumping, and in optical pumping, pump source is used as a light, and light is obtained from the xenon flash lamp, and such type of optical pumping is used in solid state laser. Remember, this is all about, that is actually the optical pumping. The second method for achieving this, that we call it as a electric discharge. Electric discharge. Different methods, out of that second one is electric discharge. Electric discharge, or we maybe call it as a excitation by electrons. How actually the population inversion is achieved? Again, here is the laser medium. Here is, we considered a gas discharge tube. Here is the two electrodes are there, and here is a gas. Means laser medium is in the form of the gas, and here is actually the neutral atoms of the gas. These are actually the atoms of the gas. Atoms of the gas. Atoms of the gas. Electric discharge is nothing but, here is actually the flow of electron through the gas, or the flow of electric current through the gas. That we call it as electric discharge. But for obtaining the electric discharge, we require the high voltage, and high voltage is connected between these two electrodes. That voltage is in terms of 1000. Here is 10 raised to 3 or 10 raised to 4 volt. This is very high voltage. Due to this high voltage, what will happen? This is actually the electrode. Due to this high voltage, what will happen? This electrode emits the electron. Suppose this is the electron, and this electrode is connected to positive terminal. Means that electron is attracted by this positive electrode, means that electrode is accelerated, and due to the acceleration of this electron, its energy increases. And when such electron collide with this atom of the gas, again the gas means, laser medium means again the two energy levels. Here is E1 and E2, and here is actually the number of atoms of this gas. These atoms are here. And when this electron collide with this atom, and when that particular gas atoms acquires a sufficient amount of energy, at that time that atom jumps into the excited state. Means here is the excitation by electrons. Electron means here is a gas, due to the high voltage electrons are emitted, that electrons are flowing through this gas and they are attracted towards the positive electrode. At that time its energy increases, and due to this, when the sufficient energy is acquired by this electron and when it collides with this atom of the gas, what will happen? This atom in ground state jumps into the excited state. Means excitation by electron or excitation by the electric discharge. This is actually the technique. In this technique, here is the laser medium is used as a gas, and such type of method is used in gas lasers. And gas lasers, that may be, we call it as a argon gas laser, means laser medium is used as a gas. In this method, laser medium is as a in solid form, ruby laser. Means this is about the electric discharge. Third method for achieving this, again for third method point of view, it is the inelastic atom-atom collision. Inelastic atom-atom collision. This is third method. Just like the electric discharge, again this method again use the high voltage electric discharge as a pump source. Means again here is the high voltage as a pump source. We are familiar with two types of collision, elastic and inelastic collision. When the elastic collision takes place between the two atoms, at that time there is no transfer of energy from one atom to another. But whenever the inelastic collision takes place, at that time energy is transferred from one atom to the another. Here is again the laser medium. Laser medium is again in the form of the gas, but here is the gas mixture, combination of two gases. Suppose the first gas X, another gas Y. Here is the laser medium, is actually the mixture of the gas. Two gases are used. One is X gas, another is Y gas. X represent the ground state of the X gas and X plus represent the excited state of the X gas. When we consider the another gas Y represent the ground state and Y plus represent its excited state. Again one more point, two gases are used, excited state of both gases that is at the same level. How actually this process takes place? Again here is a discharge tube, here is a discharge tube, again here is the electrode, again here is the electrode, between the electrode here is the high voltage is applied in 10⁻³ hold, and here is a gas mixture. Again electrons are emitted, and that electron flowing through this gas. What will happen? Here is, you remember that when such situations are occur, this electron and this X atom collision takes place first. This electron and X atom collision takes place. Means the energy acquired by this electron is transferred to the X atom. Means this is the situation. Here is X atom, this energy of this transferred to this, and due to this what will happen? It jumps to the excited state. Energy acquired by this electron, sufficient energy, and that energy, when the atom of this X gas and electron takes place, at that time it transfers the energy to this X and it jumps to the excited state. Here is a number of atoms, X atom, Y atom, no doubt, number of atoms are there. And when it is jumps to the excited state, at that time what will happen? It collide with gas of Y atom. Means it is at ground state. Means see here how actually the situation takes place. Here is the electron. It transfers the energy to the X gas atom. Due to this what will happen? It is reached to the excited state. This excited state atom of X gas is collide with Y atom. It is in ground state. Means when it collide with Y, it jumps to the Y plus. Means in this way both atoms are reached to the excited state, and in this way population inversion technique is achieved. Means number of atoms, how they are move from ground state to the excited state. Means this is actually the technique that we call it as inelastic atom-atom collision. This is actually the third technique. Remember this. After that, means you remember that here is only the mixture of the two gases are there. And when the high energy electron first initially, there is an inelastic collision between electron and X gas atom. Due to this, what is the effect? That X gas atom jumps to the excited state, that is X state. And this excited atom of this gas X collide with Y. And due to this collision, the Y atom again jumps to the excited state. I mean, this is actually this technique. After that, what about the next method for achieving this? That next method, that is actually the thermal pumping. Thermal pumping. In thermal pumping, what will happen? In case of optical pumping, light is used. Instead of light, in thermal pumping, heat is used as a pump source. Heat is used as a pump source. Means, here is again the two energy levels are considered. Here is E1 and E2. Again the number of atoms in ground state it is large, and the number of atoms in excited state it is very small. When the heat is supplied to these ground state atoms, and if heat energy, if it is equal to difference of these two energy, at that time what will happen? This particular atom jumps to the excited state. Jumps to the excited state. And in this way, again the next atom, again it jumps to the next, again next atom jumps to the next. In this way the population inversion is achieved. Means this is the fourth method, that is actually the thermal pumping. After that, the next one, chemical reaction. The next method for achieving the population inversion, that we call it as a chemical reaction. If suppose an atom or molecule is produced through some chemical reaction, if suppose some atom or molecule is produced due to some chemical reactions, and if suppose that atom or molecule is in excited state, such molecule or such atom can be used for population inversion point of view. The simple example point of view, here is hydrogen and fluorine when they are combined. At that time, hydrogen fluoride molecule is formed. Hydrogen fluoride molecule is formed. And that hydrogen fluoride molecule is in excited state. And such excited state molecules can be used for the population inversion point of view, for achieving the population inversion. When this is the simple example, due to this chemical reaction, this molecule is produced, and that molecule is in excited state, and such excited molecules are more as compared to the number of molecules in ground state, and that's why such molecules can be used for achieving the population inversion. Means this is the chemical reaction method. In addition to this, there is a next method, direct conversion. Direct conversion. Direct conversion means we all are familiar with semiconductors. We all are familiar with semiconductors. Suppose this is semiconductor. Within that semiconductor, electrons are present as well as holes are present. These are actually the electrons and these are actually the holes. Means within semiconductor, current conduction is due to electron as well as holes. And if suppose here is a junction, near the junction what will happen? Here is a junction, electron and holes are there. And here is a junction point of view, suppose this is the N type and this is P type, and when we apply suppose say electric supply to this, current flowing through this, means due to the electric energy supply, what will happen? Holes and electron means suppose this is energy level is E1 and suppose this is energy level is E2. Here is a number of electrons are present, due to the supply of electric energy, what will happen? This electron move from ground state to the excited state, and when that electron jumps to the excited state, at that time it create a holes. Means here is a electrical energy supplied. Due to this electrical energy, what will happen? Electron hole pairs are formed. Means electron in ground state, it jumps into the excited state, electron in excited state and holes in the ground state, due to the application of the electrical energy. But after the completion of the lifetime means after 10 raised to minus 8 second. After 10 raised to minus 8 second, what will happen? This electron come back into the ground state. And when this electron comes into the ground state, at that time, this electron fill this position. And at that time, we can say that the electron hole recombination takes place. And when the electron hole recombination takes place, at that time it emits a photon in the form of the light. Because this is the low level energy, this is high level energy. But when it jumps from high to low, excess energy is emitted in the form of the light. Means here is a direct conversion of electrical energy into the light energy in case of laser diode. This is actually the action. First effect, due to the application of this electrical energy, electron hole pairs generate. Means during this, lower energy electron jumps into the higher energy and hole is created. But after the completion of the lifetime, that electron comes back to the ground state. At that time, excess energy is emitted in the form of the light, and at that time we can say near the junction, electron hole pairs recombination takes place. And when the electron hole pair recombination takes place, at that time it emits a light, and this is actually the next method. We call it as a direct method. See here is the first point. Today we consider metastable state. Metastable state is nothing but a excited state having longer lifetime. That we call it as a metastable state. Without metastable state, it is impossible to achieve the laser action. The second point, what are the different methods for achieving the population inversion? For achieving the population inversion, different methods are optical pumping. Here is the pump source is used as a light, electrical discharge. Here is a high voltage is used as a pump source. Inelastic atom-atom collision, same technique is used, only the gas mixture is there. For inelastic, here is the in helium neon laser, inelastic atom-atom collision is used. The next one, thermal pumping, means with the help of the heat, ground state atoms are excited to the they are jumps into the excited state. In chemical reaction, with the help of some chemical reaction, some molecules are produced. They are at excited state, and such molecules are used for pumping inversion. And the next one, the direct method. Okay, this is all about the today's lecture. Next time we will see the different schemes of pumping. 3-level pumping, 4-level pumping. We will see in the next lecture. Okay, I am stop here. Thank you.